Well, February's here, and that means hockey fans in the area must be excited because this month is the NHL Stadium Series. On February 17th and 18th, MetLife Stadium will host a couple of games, one between the Devils and Flyers, the other between the Rangers and Islanders. Here to talk about the series from a Phillies standpoint is Flyers nitty-gritty journalist Jamey Baskow. Jamey, thanks so much for coming on this morning.
Hey, thanks a lot, Mike. I'm very honored to come on for a dedicated following like you have, and it's phenomenal seeing all these hockey fans, and it's that time of year. You're pulling your hair out, you're scratching for your teeth, you're seeing your teams fight and claw for the playoffs. But this Stadium Series is Winter Classic is really what hones in on the greatness that the sport will be able to provide their fans and dedicated following and new fans for that matter. I think it's about growing the game, and it's really cool to see everybody unite, for one day, multiple days, with the Isles and Rangers playing, after, the Flyers and Devils. Oh, it's great. It's a great atmosphere. I love it. You're going to see a lot of gritty mass. The whole 9 yards. Going to get a lot of Let's Go Flyers chants for sure.
So you think there will be a lot of Flyers fans at the game? Because typically the Flyers fans are at the other end of New Jersey, and near MetLife Stadium, it's more the Rangers-Devils fans. Do you think there will be a big Flyer fan turnout?
Oh, yeah. Philly fans travel. That's one thing, especially for something as big as this. The Winter Classic is something that your team doesn't play in very often. It's very seldom. The Flyers typically, I guess, play in one every, 5 to 6 years. So Philly fans will travel. I'd expect it to be at least half full, packed with the orange-clad fans. They're going to bring their best out. They're going to have robes. You're going to see a lot of great Flyer fans with their pins. There's one person, I forget the gentleman's name. He has every pin. He must have like 300 pins on a robe. You're going to see a lot of that, a lot of garb. And I expect at least half full pack with Flyer fans. I'd even say they might even surpass the Devil fans. That's how good Philly fans turn out. It doesn't matter about the pricing. They'll figure something out, whether it's loans, whatever they got to do, they will get there. Trust me. Philly fans travel well. They tend to take over stadiums, and I think that's what we're going to see at MetLife. You're going to see a stadium orange and black, proud, especially with how well they're doing this year. John Tortorella has really taken his group. It's a special time in Philadelphia for sure with Danny Briere and Keith Jones. The fans are ready. Fans are ready. You're going to see cowbells, loud noises, whistles. The whole 9 yards is coming out.
Well, Philadelphia is known for its dedicated fans. How about Flyers alumni? Can we expect to see any of them in attendance?
Oh, absolutely. You're going to see probably Bernie Parent. He's a very well traveler with the Philadelphia Flyers. Joe Watson has a brand new book coming out. So Joe Watson, he'll definitely be there. Maybe Dave the Hammer Schultz, Riley Cote, Todd Fedoruk, who works with the Philadelphia Flyers organization. He'll be there. I expect John LeClaire. He is an alum, but he works in, that realm as well. Patrick Sharp is going to be there as well. I expect possibly Eric Lindros. They just had a Flyer alumni event with Mark Recchi being inducted about a week and a half ago. They're still going to be around town. Bernie Parent is an amazing ambassador for the Philadelphia Flyers. And you can't forget one of the snipers that everyone forgets, or most people forget, and that's Brian Propp. Guffall. He will definitely be there, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him on the ice and do a celly. That's top shelf where Mama hides the cookies.
Well, let's talk logistics a little bit. How was it decided that the Flyers would play the Devils instead of the Rangers or the Islanders?
The Rangers and Islanders were supposed to be the top or the creme de la creme of the Metropolitan Division. The Flyers and the Devils were not. The Devils were up and coming, possibly a playoff bubble team. The Flyers were an up and coming, team in a rebuild as well, much like the Devils. So I think the Flyers and Devils are pretty much comparable in terms of the rebuild. The Devils might even be ahead of the Flyers, but it's weird how I say that because the Flyers are actually ahead of the Devils in the standings, but the Devils are supposed to be ahead of the Flyers in terms of the rebuild with Jack Hughes, Luke Hughes. They got a lot of nice young youth, much like the Flyers. So I think that the Flyers were paired with the Devils because of the rebuild teams, and the Rangers and Islanders were supposed to be the creme de la creme of the Metro. So I think that's why the Rangers were paired with the Islanders as well.
That actually makes a lot more sense now that you say that. And let's talk about the matchup. Compared to the Devils, the Flyers have played more outdoor games in their history as well as more recently. Does that give Philly an advantage over New Jersey in this matchup?
I don't think so, to be honest. From the last playoff, not last, from the last outdoor game, honestly, there's no one on the Flyers that played against the Pittsburgh Penguins, and I think that was back in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. So no, I don't think it gives an advantage. I think that both teams are going to come in, and both are young. They're very young. They're young team. Luke Hughes, you got Jack Hughes over there. He's a sniper. I think he'll be back by then. But you're looking at the Philadelphia Flyers in terms of Samuel Ursin, who's a rookie goaltender. They have some veteran, tutelage there in terms of Sean Couturier. Actually, Sean Couturier would be the only gentleman, and Scott Lawton. Scott Lawton and Sean Couturier were the only two players that played in the 2017, outdoor game for the Flyers. Because Carter Hart's under investigation currently with the 2018 Hockey Canada sexual assault, so he was not there. He will not be playing in this particular event. But no, I don't think, since there's only two returnees for the Philadelphia Flyers, I don't think it gives them any more of an advantage than the Devils. I think it's an even playing field, because I wouldn't be surprised if some, former Devil, players have actually played in an outdoor game as well.
It's an excellent point. Well, Jamey, I'm looking forward to this series, and thanks so much for taking the time this morning. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. I really appreciate it. You do phenomenal work. It is an honor and a privilege to come on for such a great site. You guys do great work, and I appreciate the gesture. And let's go Flyers. I know you're probably in the Devil area. I like the Devils too. They're a good young team, up and coming. The Rangers, the Islanders, the Metropolitan Division is stocked. It's going to be a fun weekend of Metropolitan hockey.
Well, even if we have different teams, the feeling about you is mutual, my friend. Thank you so much again for coming on.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right. Head over to ONNJ.com for the latest news and sports anytime.